I think they did it earlier this season. Yeah, they beat them week 5 versus the Ravens, right? They can win these games. Will they? To be determined. But if Mike Tomlin does have a losing season, it is going to be an overreaction. People are going to lose their minds about this, right? He's never had a losing season. I've heard reports and I've read stuff where he is, quote, losing the locker room. It is like playing for a dictator now. Hoffy, what is the one thing that we've heard about Mike Tomlin over and over and over again, that he is like a player's coach, right? People love playing for the guy. And like now it's like playing for a dictatorship. Like, I think if Mike Tomlin does have a losing season and the Patriots miss the playoffs, we might be seeing the 4th head coach in Pittsburgh Steelers history. Like, Mike Tomlin might maybe not get fired, maybe not be asked to resign, but I could see him saying like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to take a year off, and then I'm going to become a offensive specialist for the Kansas City Chiefs. Like it would not surprise me if he has a losing season this season one bit and he is out of town. I don't know. John says,
I've heard
go ahead.
The losing the locker room. I think it really comes down to Pickens. I mean, that kid's attitude is absolute crap. I mean, so there is some attitude adjustments that need to be taken care of, but they're pretty. I mean, him, Pickett, they're young. They still have some growing up to do, I think. Najee Harris. I mean, they still have some pieces around them. I think it's just a matter of them kind of coming together and maturing and kind of realizing like, hey, it's not about me, it's about us. But to me, Mike Tomlin is Pittsburgh. When I think of Pittsburgh, or the embodiment of Pittsburgh, I think of Mike Tomlin. Just the players coach, but at the same time, just a big mean. Just we're gonna get after you, whether it's pretty or not. All we're here to do is win, and to me, that's a Mike Tomlin, kind of situation. So. I think that regardless of what happens, he'll still be back next year.
Yeah, only time will tell. John says Pittsburgh needs a franchise quarterback. They do not have one. He is the weakest link. Goodbye. Do you really think Kenny Pickett is the weakest link of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Hoffy?
I've been saying it since he was drafted. I don't think he's that guy. I think anybody, provided Peyton Manning would wear a glove if it was freezing cold, whatever. We'll let that slide. But anyone that's wearing a glove in September, if you wear a glove all 17 weeks of the season, you do not belong playing quarterback.
Teddy Bridgewater does. 2 gloves, actually.
Yeah, and what's he done?
Win a couple games with the Vikings, Broncos, Seahawks, Saints.
Yeah. He's not a franchise quarterback. Any franchise quarterback. Name me a franchise quarterback that wears a glove religiously.
Didn't Tom Brady wear a glove his last 5 seasons or last 5 years in the league?
No, he would in December when it was negative 16 degrees.
Oh, is he cold?
Peyton Manning wore one in frickin' 45-degree weather. I understand wearing it here and there, but to say that you're a better quarterback with a glove than without, I mean,
he just has small hands. That's what it comes down to.
I got small hands. I still won't use a glove.
Well, because you're throwing peewee balls. Anyways,
no, they're juniors.
Juna says head coach Tomlin is under pressure to get the wins with a lack of QB talent. True. John says Patrick Mahomes wears gloves. No, he doesn't.
What is John Peebles on today? I've seen some comments from him that just...
John and Jim must be hanging out. All right. Let's get to the end of the show here, guys. Wrap it up. We have some stock up and some stock down. Houston Texans, their stock is down. CJ Stroud is in concussion protocol, and they got beat down by the Jets 30-6 on Sunday. Hoffy,
have to think of germs.
Do the Houston Texans miss the playoffs?
Yes. I mean, CJ Stroud, is he even going to play this week with his concussion?
Probably not, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Stock
I
up,
think
stock down. My man Zach Wilson comes back from the practice squad, back to starter, goes 21 for 36, 301 passing yards, 2 touchdowns with the win over the Houston Texans. He is him. His stock is up. Hoffy, is Zach Wilson the starting quarterback for the New York Football Jets next season?
No, Aaron Rodgers.
All righty.